NewDEAL is a type 1 education programme, so it's specifically for people with type 1 diabetes, and it's an education programme designed to help them learn and cope with type 1 diabetes, understanding how to adjust their insulin, how to decide on how much insulin to take depending on blood sugars, to do exercise or activity. And it's done in workshops, so it's a 4-day course over 4 weeks, done in groups, so there's groups of about 6 to 8 people, done in a workshop environment where they learn from each other, have some teaching from the nurse and the diabetes dietitian, from one of the diabetes consultants, and it's about changing things, looking to see how things work for a week, coming back, making other adjustments, and learning to hopefully cope with diabetes in a much easier and less stressful way. I think it's a real challenge. I think if you get it right and we get the correct information, it can be much simpler. And I think the key aspect to managing blood sugars with diabetes is to be able to check your blood sugar, but more importantly, be able to use that information to then make an active change to where you're at. So if you've got the right information and you can do regular blood sugar monitoring and you're confident in adjusting your insulin, then it can be relatively simple. And if we get it right, you'll have a completely normal life expectancy and a normal health outcome.
Well, I was diagnosed just before my 13th birthday, so that's about 35 years ago. I've been type 1 diabetic. It's not been hereditary in the family, it was sparked off by a virus. So I've been injecting 4 times a day. Well, not always 4 times a day, originally it was twice a day, and then it moved on to 4 times a day. So it's quite a lot over the years. Every appointment I came up for a check-up, I was asked about doing the NewDEAL, and I said yes, I'll do it. And then with work commitments and the kids and everything, I actually kind of went off it, and then because I didn't think I was going to learn much, and then the last time I was asked to go on, I decided, yeah, I'll give it a try. I thought I would actually fail by the first week. I thought there's no point because I won't learn anything. I've had it for so long, and I wouldn't learn any more about diabetes than I knew already. But so that was last year I went on it, and definitely recommend it to everybody.
Type 1 diabetes is a disease that you can't take a holiday from. Like most other long-term conditions, you can just forget about it for 2 or 3 days, not take my inhalers, not do my exercises. But with type 1 diabetes, if you're not taking regular injections of insulin and adjusting those injections with some confidence, then you will not get the results that we both want, and you will end up having a negative health outcome. 6 months down the line, most people will have improved glycemic control, so that's an positive health outcome. Interestingly, they'll also probably be on slightly less insulin. Often they're slightly lighter, so you lose a little bit of weight whenever you manage to judge your insulin carbohydrate ratios correctly. So from a patient perspective, I think having less hassle and being lighter is always a positive. And from a global outcome, having better glycemic control reduces your risk of complications and reduces the risk of having a negative event.
I've lost weight, I feel healthier, I feel as if I've got a better control over my diabetes than I ever had. I was on the wrong ratio for my insulin requirements. There was a lot of things I didn't know about, like corrective doses and 15-minute rules for hypos. I didn't know anything about them, and you think I would after such a long time. So, but I feel better and healthier myself, more positive outlook as well. There was always this doubt afterwards, after you'd had the course, after you'd done the course, you thought, will I be able to stick to it? Will I be able to? And yeah, mostly. Don't get me wrong, there are times where I kind of go a wee bit off the rails slightly, but generally I do speak to it, I do stick to it. Just a new way of thinking with the NewDEAL, especially when counting your carbohydrates and everything. But it was great, really good.
I would absolutely encourage them to do it. Some of the feedback which we might go on to later on, I think would be much more forceful than that. Some of the most impressive feedback I see is where the vast majority of people say it should be mandatory. So once people have done the course, not knowing what it was about, they would come back and say we should make everybody do it. Now clearly we can't make everybody do it, but I think that sums it up. If people having done the course think it should be a course that everybody's made to do, I think that kind of probably sells itself.
Don't go with that attitude I went, you weren't going to learn anything. Please go and do it. Even if you've had diabetes for a few years or quite a number of years as I have, you will learn. Even though you think you know, you will learn a whole load of new things, and you'll reap the benefits of it as well, health-wise.